Yes, one more day, respected friends. Let us most respectfully, reverentially contact our Shastras, the Rishiganas, to receive their kind, compassionate guidance for our own mukti. Thank you for your arrivals. Congratulations for your this choice, submissions that this being good continue, even though many a times our own mind intellect may not agree for very many disagreeable reasons. May the Lord bless us always to be in the touch of the truth through these Shastra Adhyanam. Remember the 13 Vyaktitvas of Lokasevaka, Dharmasthavaka, Viragi, Bhakta, Shishya, Mumukshu, Jignasu, Shrota, Sadhaka, Parishrami, Prerita, Prashanta, Bhasha, Jnata. While remembering only every day, in those few seconds only, tell to the Lord to bless us with this and tell to oneself that we will do our best to enhance or increase these things. Though very minute and micro, but these prayer sankalpas, when get gathered in a long time, one side the grace will come, other side the commitment from our side also start becoming stronger, really to do the things to achieve these things. This is how the sankalpas and prayers work. The more deeper intense they are, the quicker and surer they are to work. They'll work. And to those sankalpas, when we don't do the vikalpa vritti, then also the sankalpa siddhi will happen quickly. That's how the world works. Knowing that we can help ourselves. Yes, the Shastra Ganas are there, Guru Ganas are there, Devata Ganas are there, the Jagan Mata is there, Ishvara is there, Parabrahma Tattva is there to help us in this regard of unfolding ourselves from within. By now, with our so many years of struggle, one thing we might have definitely understood that the unfoldment has to happen by our efforts and from within. If it is from somebody's efforts, from somewhere else, it would have happened to us and to everyone by now. नहीं हो रहा मतलब करने वाला कोई नहीं, खुद को ही करना है. बाहर से नहीं होता हो, अंदर से ही होता है. If these things are clicking to us, we are really fortunate. Mm. Shwethashwathara Upanishad, first chapter, sixth mantra, Jiva Bandhana Karana, for the Jiva, the Moksha Hetu, that most important, crucial topic we are discussing. The knowledge of this topic has to go deeply into our heart and be convinced there and remain there all the time and inspiring us to do what we are supposed to do. Very, very important subject, though simple but very essential subject. You know, it's not even simple also as we think. It needs little deeper inquiry to catch the crux of it, the what is the root of it. Very good one. If it clicks, really wonderful it is. Then in the seventh mantra, the Shishya's doubt or prashna regarding the Chakra Brahma, Nadim Brahma, Nirguna Brahma. There, the Nirguna Brahma glorification, that it is other than beyond samsara, is explained with the help of umpteen number of quotations from the other Upanishads to say that yes, There is the Nirguna Brahma Tattva, and it is attainable and it is to be attained. A very good shloka. Then many other questions, answers given between the Guru and Shishya. Badi asa topic. Let us do that before the our Sankalpa Prarthana for 2 minutes, and before that our common sense thought. Today's common sense thought is so simple and direct. He, today's common sense thought is we have to live live wisdom to be safe, secured, happy, evolving. We can never have any alternative. The alternative of living wisdom is living ignorance. In that living of ignorance, we can never avoid the miseries, the bondages, suffocations, the sufferings. The only way a human being can stop suffering is only by living wisdom, Living. So to live wisdom, we have to gain the wisdom. That is the entire endeavor of human beings. Outer wisdom they are gaining, therefore outside they are finding those amenities or comforts, etc. etc. It's all outcome of the wisdom knowledge only. So gaining the wisdom, sustaining the wisdom, living the wisdom is the only option, best option for the human being, both to avoid the dukkha, to obtain the sukha. If really it comes to our heart, this point, that the wisdom is the only way for sukha, shanti, and removal of dukkha, shanti is a different approach after that of a person altogether. Second point. One is we have to live wisdom. Second is we have to gain wisdom. Third is who gains wisdom in us is our intellect. You know. Now this intellect right now is in such a pathetic condition. All that pathetic unconduciveness of our intellect right now, that it is ineffective now to gain the wisdom, even though potentially it can. That intellect has to be freed from all those things. And like thousands and thousands of doctors are there. Still, why patients are suffering so much? Because that doctor group is either in the selfish state of mind or in a sleepy state of mind, nidrana sthiti. So somebody should come, either the government's whipping hand or some Mahatmas inspiring them. That they, when they wake up and take initiative and spend time, go to the patients themselves, how long it will take to remove the diseases? है ना? Maximum of them कुछ तो चलते हैं, but then they are in sleepy mode. किसी को उठाना पड़ेगा उनको. I'm telling. Patient should come to me. This attitude has come for various reasons. How can he come? He is a patient. Earlier it was not that. Patient है तो डॉक्टर ही जाना पड़ता. Okay, equipment, sophistication, tests and sugar, what do you call the oxygen, ये सब ले नहीं जा सकते. But every disease or patient is not that critical, no? है ना? Simple patient will come himself. Very critical patient also comes. But the semi-patient doctors can go. And there can be a good coordination between the government, the medicine production companies and the doctors. वो लोग अगर wisdom से सोचे तो how much time it will take to alienate the sufferings? Present government is looking in that angle only, whether it's education, sanitation, medication, how to make it accessible to all easily. They are struggling a lot. But the systems, the constitutions, the mindsets that are developed in the people, and what's happening last 70, 65 years, ये सब मिलकर जो चाहते हैं वो करने नहीं दे रहा. You know that. In the same way, now the floods are happening all over country. People are pained, suffering. Now, how difficult it is to sort out the things? Not at all. All of us, whatever the extra things we have, even 25% of that, if we share, everyone who is suffering this drought, the cyclone or whatever rains, their dukkha can be eliminated. They can be made normal in a 1 month's time. But somebody has to wake them up. They are all in a sleepy mood. I'm giving the example of intellect. How our intellect is in a nidrana sthiti, isn't it? It's like that. The parties, political parties, the members themselves, and they have to be awakened into that special position of a responsibility that we are so and so identified. So this is our role and responsibility. If they aggressively think like that, then which problem in the country can remain? Nothing. In the same way, the religious people teach religion, not hatred. Teach values more important than the religion nowadays. You know, teach them the brotherlyhood, universal brotherhood. Because whatever religion you are teaching on the name of religion, you are making the people enemies to each other. If the preachers wake up, properly guide, then all these calamities will end. No? In the secret chambers, instead of teaching the hatred to each other, if they teach the love, and if they teach the brotherhood, keep away all your prophets or books or mahatmas. Common sense. All are human beings. That's it. Everybody's needs are same. To love each other, help each other. Religion is always individual. When it is the total way they recognize, you have to be socialistic. Look at everybody as the equal human being. If these teachings properly brought into the society, then each one looking at other with a hateful mind all will not be there. I know when a Hindu looks at other people's prayer halls, he will be feeling bad. And when they look at our temples, they want to destroy them. Are what a nonsense it is. Huh? What a power when somebody is doing Ganapati Puja, why do you throw stones? See that how the people are misguided by the so-called preachers, which is wrong. But if they awaken to that wisdom, यार मैं मुंह खोल के कुछ बोल रहा हूँ तो इससे तो तबाही हो रही है, नाश हो रहा है. And then how much sin I will incur for that? I should not do that. They have to awaken. But they are conditioned in so many fanaticisms, very strong egos, like the strong ego fanaticism of a husband, the male domination, or even wife. I am also educated, I am also earning the money. अब ऐसा है तो कहाँ चलेगा परिवार? Children also say कि we are also earning lot of money. Papa, we are independent now. उससे togetherness नहीं रहेगा. So I'm just giving examples to say that if we want to live wisdom, we have to have wisdom. If we want to have the wisdom, we have to gain wisdom. The wisdom gaining faculty is our intellect. That is now fully rusted. That is fully so much conditioned. You know, like nowadays the Brahmanas, they are not at all allowed to grow in their full swing to guide the world. Suppressed. उनको ना रिजर्वेशन देना है, ना वैल्यू देना है, गाली देना है. Other religion people anyway kill the Brahmanas. They do the love jihad with Brahmana. The government, the constitution, all of them put together, if they all suppress some people, they are this Brahman. And their own mistakes that could not maintain that Brahmanatva good qualities. अब देखो the whole country without proper guides. suppressed. Same way, the intellect is like Brahmana in us. It is being dominated by the ego of the Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. अंदर के अपना example. Remove all of that. Let the intellect be made fully free, made to function, make it activated. Then that intellect gain the wisdom and live that wisdom. Isn't it? The 6 sources of wisdom for the intellect. 5 or 6 sources. It has to gain it. You know? First source of wisdom for the intellect undoubtedly is our own Shastras. It has to study, it has to go deep into that and learn from them. They're all the testimonials of the experienced masters who lived life fully well with wisdom, by which they also found their fulfillment. They have given that fulfillment to others in their presence. Okay? So, wisdom, first source of wisdom for our buddhi is our own Shastras. But we are studying Shastras now. Yeah, but gain the wisdom also. That is again one's own effort, intellect's effort. Listening and leaving, also one possibility. Listening, learning, keeping that wisdom in the heart, not leaving, is also one's effort and choice. वो धीरे धीरे उस मेच्योरिटी में आना पड़ेगा, अदरवाइज ऑल आवर स्टडिंग शास्त्रास बिकम लाइक वाचिंग टीवी सीरियल्स. सुना, देखा, छोड़ दिया. उसको तो बिना देखना भी नहीं चाहिए. इनको सुन देख के नहीं छोड़ना. We have to gain from it. Isn't it? How much widely spread, freely given knowledge in our Shastras. Every line, every shloka, every topic, every story is nothing but wisdom, 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 wisdom. Wisdom कहो या ज्ञान कहो. Knowledge only. So we have to gain it. Again, it's a very subjective discussion. Today we will not take it up. Some other day. Is the intellect involving in that listening, in that thinking, in that understanding? All of that again debatable. Debatable means within oneself. We have to debate with ourselves. So that is one source of wisdom freely available, we wanted to say. Second source of wisdom or jnanam or learning is our own living gurus, mahatmas, great people, जो पके हुए हैं, पहुंचे हुए हैं. Either by discussing with them we can gain wisdom, or by watching them we can gain wisdom. And the wisdom is what? पहले ही बता लेते हैं. पहले ही याद. Wisdom is only to know that doing what we become miserable, so that we avoid it. Doing what we become truly happy, so that we do it. This is the wisdom. Because we want happiness, we don't want misery. Regarding that only we have to have wisdom. क्या करने से हम दुखी हो रहे उसको छोड़ना, क्या करने से हम सुखी होते हैं, रियल सुख, शाश्वत सुख, अनब्लेमिश सुख. The temporary sukhas are leaders of the permanent dukkha. Then those sukhas are blemishful. Like paap karo, किसी को धोखा दो, temporary sukha, because you get that immediate money. But long term में it will give dukkha. So that sukha we are not talking about. The long lasting blemishless sukha is the thing to be expected, and permanent removal of dukkha. So learn. Second source of knowledge, wisdom is the Mahatmas and the Gurus. Because Shastra is Siddhanta, but they are living that, no? So they become a living example for us. हम श्रद्धा से पूछे, बताते हैं कि ये हमने समझा, ये हम कर रहे, उसका हमें फायदा हो रहा है. That becomes a what you call source of Shraddha for us in that wisdom. Second है तीसरा source of knowledge or wisdom is the other beings of this world, human beings. From them also we can learn. From every person, if we can keep our biasness away and also keep away looking in that person's negativities, वो सब छोड़ दो. The positive aspects, if you see in any individual, we can learn from them. But that's a special knack. Very careful. It should be like the swan takes the milk, leaves the water. Or like the honeybee takes the honey, says, does nothing to the flower. Nothing, doesn't get affected also by the flower. Bas. A special knack. Like terrorists. They are such a terrible terrorist fellows they are. The terrorism aspect of them should be punished. They have to be really caught and all. Oh, hey. But silently from them, the thing we can learn is such a cold areas they go, unmanned areas they go. They stay in the jungles and all. There is food is there or not, don't know. And the most terrible thing in their life is their life is at risk all the time. They are the highest, greatest people that they have no fear of death. They are ready to die. Even though the cause is wrong, process is wrong, they are all there. But जो मरने को तैयार है is not the only thing which you have to gain in life. That I'm ready to die for a cause. That will be able to pour in everything. Put it the other way. Why don't we do tapasya or sadhana or go to Himalayan places and sit there? एक ही कारण है हमको मरने का डर है. We want to be comfortable. We want to live long. We want to live long for the bhoga, but we are not ready to sacrifice our life for a cause like the freedom fighters. How did they get? They didn't afraid of the death. They were ready to die for the nation. You know that special quality, dying for a cause, is the highest achievement in a human being's life, isn't it? If the one who is ready to die, then he'll be ready to give up everything else. देखो जो मरने को ही तैयार है तो बाकी छोड़ना उसको मुश्किल नहीं होगा. That's what Arjuna says. जीवेतेन वा किम किम नो राज्येन गोविंद किम भोगैः जीवितेन वा. मेरे को जीना भी नहीं है. Same thing Ramji said in Yoga Vasishta. I don't feel like even living only. So when one is ready to die, he can be ready to give up everything. And all great gains are gained only when the nonsense in life is given up. We don't give up everything because we have love for our life and we want to live life as a bhogi. Then you need all of them. So you don't want to live them. Then our life is only there. Then when can we learn the greater things? Think about it. An army person and the terrorists. One common thing in them is they are ready to sacrifice their life. No, terrorism साइड पे रखो, बट सीखने को मिल रहा है ना उनसे. आर वी रेडी टू डाई? हम और दम घुट कर डर ही रहे कब मरूंगा मरूं. भगवान भगवान बचाओ बचाओ, मुझे और भोग करना है और लड़ना है. बड़ा बेवकूफ यार. दैट दे आर बेटर. हम मर जाएंगे जा. व्हाट ए हिम्मत इट इज. A jnani also is not afraid of death because he knows there is nothing called as death. Death is a myth. His wisdom is something different. Who dies? Neither body dies, nor jiva dies, nor atman dies. It's a bevakufi that there is something called death. If you change, if you define the death as change, then every moment we are changing. So every moment we are dying. Then mourn every moment then for the death. Mhm. Big subject it is. I'm giving an idea. The third source of wisdom is people. Every person, your own wife at home, you can learn from her. उसने सुबह सुबह उठ जाती इतने साल से. You are not able to get up. She is getting up and doing the routine work. It's a great thing it is. सबसे नहीं होता हो. And that's why we can learn from husband how every day going to the office, doing that work, that commitment, that stamina can be learned. From every human being, no human being is without few good qualities. Some of them may be dormant or less exposed, but hote hain. Our attention should be to learn that from them. Isn't it? From the very worst person also something to learn. Isn't it? Like the opposition party. Third class fellows trying to destroy the country, divide the country, destabilize the government. That's negative aspect of them. But from them also learn the art of commitment. They are committed, they are not giving up only. Isn't it? वो commitment उनसे सीख सकते. This is a wisdom. All these are required in life. So the third source of knowledge is the other people. The fourth source of knowledge we can talk about is the incidents that are happening relentlessly in the world, continuously. Within our nation or anywhere, जो भी हो रहा है, good things, bad things, etc. So much wisdom can be learned. As we know, from the Japan you learn the art of hard work. From China you can learn the art of love for the nation and nation's development. From the Singapore you can learn that the government is so beautifully strict that everybody is fascinated by it. Therefore, they all work for the whole country's growth. Of the recent rule, any rule the government imposes without any if and but and hartal, people follow it. And the government brings the new laws only in the interest of the whole praja of that country. Very interesting it is. है तो छोटा बट बहुत दिमाग वाला है. What is happening in the world from that learning? गुड और बैड दोनों. बैड हो रहा है तो वो भी सीखना है नहीं करने के लिए. गुड हो रहा है तो वो भी सीखना है करने के लिए. The world happenings are so many happening. At the individual human being level they are happening, at groups level they are happening, and in a big way at the national level. हम देख तो रहे हैं ना हर दिन. We are not blind. Question is, what are we learning from it? You know, so each country has its own one or the other unique, beautiful policies. वो हम सीख सकते. From the world happenings, we can learn lot of things. Oh, so many. अभी आओ लिस्ट आउट करें एक एक तो लंबा है वो. फोर्थ सोर्स ऑफ लर्निंग. ओके, फर्स्ट स्क्रिप्चर्स अनडाउटेडली सब कुछ उसमें मिल जाता है. बस वी हैव टू हैव पेशेंस एंड सटलिटी फ्रॉम द ग्रेट गुरुज एंड मास्टर्स. थर्ड, from other fellow human beings. Who can be? Your mother, your father, grandfather, from your own child, even grandchild you can learn. He's always laughing. That's a good lesson to learn. Laughing is good for health also. And our face is always frowning. पता नहीं कौन से सदी में एक बार हंसे थे. He is giggling, laughing. That is a learning from him. Isn't it? Children, everybody, youth and children have some unique qualities in them. 99 qualities they may have all nonsense. एक कुछ तो होता है उसमें. Somebody is hardworking, somebody is humble, somebody very strong in his convictions. ये सब सीखना है ना जिंदगी के लिए. Like that. Fellow beings is the third one. Fourth one is from this. Things that are happening in the world. Very good, na? Fifth source of learning is from the nature. और प्रकृति से बढ़कर पाठ सिखाने वाला कोई है ही नहीं. नेचर जड़, नेचर चैतन्य. You know, like they know, paropakaraaya vahanti nadyah, paropakaraaya duhanti gavah, paropakaraaya phalanti vrukshah. And the trees give fruits for somebody else. Rivers flow the water for somebody else. Cows give the milk for others. To paropakaraartha vidam shariram. Somebody learned, seeing the nature, that our life should be in the upakara for others, not apakar. उपकार करने के लिए नेचर से लर्न करने का बहुत है. The forgiveness of the nature, self-repairing system of nature, all of that. See, all our yoga asanas are learned from the nature only, from the animals only, no? 90% of आसन जानवरों के से ही सीखे हुए. इवन द प्राणायाम कुत्ते से सीखा है प्राणायाम. जो भस्त्रिका जो भी कहते हो आप, उसी से सीखा. फ्रॉम द डॉग एंड फ्रॉम दैट पंपिंग एयर फॉर लाइटिंग द फायर, उससे सीखा है बंदा. ऐसा करने से हमारा भी सिस्टम ठीक होता है करके. फ्रॉम द नेचर इफ यू आर अलर्ट, यू नो, इतना 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 सीख सकते. बट फॉर ऑल ऑफ दैट, the intellect should be alert, and we should have the wisdom to learn the wisdom, common sense to learn the wisdom. We should know that we need lot of wisdom. We don't nothing. We are बुद्धू बेवकूफ. हमको बोलना भी नहीं आता. Yesterday somebody has sent a nice message carton. The crow standing outside. Freedom. Crow. And the पिंजरे में तोता है. Crow is asking the parrot, why are you caged? And the parrot said, because I can speak. It was that's all. इतना ही है कैप्शन, वो इतना विजडम है देखो उसमें. Why are you caged? Because I speak. We are all caged because of speaking only. You don't know what to speak. मैं बोलते हूँ इसलिए मेरे को बंद कर दिया अंदर. हम बोलते हैं तो बंद हो जाते हैं. In that way, from the nature, every animal we can learn something. हम सब पक्षी से क्या सीखना. गीध उससे ऊपर से और नीचे सूक्ष्म देखता है. Isn't it? From the fishes you can learn. From every animal in the world. Even from mosquito we can learn. Just directly goes to that blood vessel, whatever. अब अपना भगवान ने जो दिया है कैपेसिटी से, it will poke and take the blood and go silently without disturbing. बस अपना खून लेके जा रहा है. But unfortunately, it goes here and there. Therefore, some infection creating things it gives. अगर वो नहीं होता तो लेने दो खून, क्या फर्क पड़ता है. जी रहा है वो भी बंदा. But single pointed attention. Everything you can learn. Nature should be a source of our learning, wisdom. But वो खुलना है अंदर से हमारा कि today I am in this situation with this person in that way. What I am learning there. लर्नर इज अलर्ट है ना. वो रेलवे स्टेशन में रहेगा, एयरपोर्ट में रहेगा, कहाँ भी है, वो सबको देख रहा है, सीख रहा है. somebody is well dressed, somebody is well dispositioned, somebody is well gestured, somebody is well spoken. You will learn. See the air hostess, so lovingly they talk. That is also learning. A salesperson, how he tries to convince, that is also learning. To sell his product. Wow. सीखने वाले को ना हर पल सीखना है. So 5 sources of learning. There is another source of learning, sixth. All these 5 are secondary. That sixth is important. ये मजेदार बात है. I love it. The sixth source of learning is our own experiences. Isn't it? इन पढ़ाई लिखाई में पहले पढ़ाते हैं, फिर परीक्षा लगाते हैं. जिंदगी में हर अनुभव एक परीक्षा है. Every experience is a test. Only to give us wisdom. From our own experiences, if we can learn, we don't need any other books, any other people, anybody else. Zarurat hi nahi. From within, with my own experiences. Look back, our age is, let's say, 50, 60. पीछे मुड़कर देखें how much wisdom we can gain. Spiritual wisdom हमको ना अपने आप का अनुभवों को देखने से बहुत मिलता कि that I gave value to that person. He cheated me. Therefore, should not value anyone. Or I myself cheated that person, but that person became so dukhi. Either he took revenge or I was very guilty. But why did I do that? So this corruption I have done. But how much guilt and regret it left in me? Or I am caught by someone. अब पीछे मुड़कर देखो कितना मिलता है सीखने को. And that day I went to that ashram, stayed there a few days, served that Mahatma Ji. How wonderful it was. Isn't it? Selfless service I have done, charities I have done. We all have done lot of good things in our life and enjoyed. Bad also हमने बहुत किया और suffered. अब learn from it. But our intellect is so dull ना, it doesn't want to learn. Otherwise जिंदगी में एक बार पेट दर्द हुआ तो दूसरी बार नहीं होना चाहिए. Because you have to learn from it. What caused that पेट दर्द? We don't learn. Every day हमको पेट दर्द होता है. Also we are not learning. We are very intelligent, no? Every day if somebody is miserable with the wife or husband, they have not learned the wisdom. Why? Because wife and husband is to give love, to give importance, not to seek. When you become a giver, you will never be fighting. Fighting means ego. Fighting means selfishness. अब ego selfishness के लिए शादी क्यों करना है? अपने आप जिंदगी जियो. That's what happening nowadays. Nobody wants to marry. To give up that ego, to give up the selfishness, only the marriages. And wherever these two are done, the marriage is lasting for 50, 60, 70 years. But that wisdom they are not learning. She says, you must do for me. He says, you must do for me. And they are not ready to do. And then how can we stay together? Separate. Wisdom है वो सीखना है. Everywhere in our own life also. Whenever we worked hard in our office, rewards were beautiful for us in the office. अब सीखो उससे. बुराई की है, उससे नुकसान हुआ, अच्छा किया, फायदा हुआ. Our own lives experiences, if we take, बाप we can write volumes of books. Especially क्या नहीं करना चाहिए उसके बाद. Isn't it? क्या करना चाहिए भी आएगा एक वॉल्यूम, बट क्या नहीं करना चाहिए पूछो मुझे, मैं I'll tell my volumes. What should not be done? Volume 10, Mr. So and so. The wisdom है वो भी. What not to do to know, that also is a wisdom. है ना? With our sharira, prana, indriya, mana, continuously what we were doing and how we were getting the suffocation and what to do, ये दोनों चीजें हमको अपने जिंदगी से मिलते हैं. So these are the 6 sources of the wisdom, and wisdom is only these two: what to avoid dukkha, what to do to get the sukha, the long lasting pure sukha. So the scriptures, the Mahatmas, the fellow beings, the continuous happenings in the world, the nature, and our own selves. Be alert now. Be a seeker. सिख बनो. शिक्षा पाते, शिक्षा पाने वाला विद्यार्थी बनना है हमको बस. Life will be beautiful. Our problem is every experience comes to teach us something. Teaching we keep away, we react in that experience with our ego. दो तरह का नुकसान, नॉलेज भी नहीं पाया और उस सिचुएशन को स्पॉइल किया. एनीथिंग, व्हाट इज द नाइबर सेज, आपका स्कूटर मेरे घर के सामने क्यों रखा, एंड यू आल्सो सो तुम भी रखते हो वगैरह. दिस ऑल एरोगेंट्स, दिस ऑल आर्गुमेंटेशन, रिएक्शन. ओहो कि दिस पर्सन इज लाइक दैट, आई शुड नॉट पुट इट देयर. दिस इज विजडम. अब एक बार हो गया तो नेवर दैट इश्यू विल कम. और दैट पर्सन शुड हैव विजडम। यार जरूरत पड़ी होगी, ठीक है, लविंगली वी टेल, कभी हमको भी जरूरत होता होगा, है ना? विजडम, everything is in life wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. If you have that eye to open, the other two levels are for a bhakta, everything is the play of his own Bhagwan. वही गा रहे हैं, वही नाच रहे हैं, वही सब जगह है. For a ज्ञानी, everything is the leela of that Brahman with his Maya Shakti. And at least higher level, जो मांडू के level में है, there is nothing, only Brahman is there. I don't see even that leela or play. These are the higher two wisdoms. Three wisdoms. My Prabhu is playing, or it is Brahma with his Maya, or my Drushti is Brahman, then there is nothing other seen. Like when you can learn the art of looking at the TV screen while the cinema is going on. There is no cinema at all. If your Drushti is on the substratum, how will you see the projected? The movie is projected only on that. Screen is always there. If you can develop the art of seeing screen, there is no movie scene only. So too, when you see the substratum, then nothing is there other than it. That's the ultimate wisdom. Mahatmas, Jivan Muktas live in that wisdom always. Om, 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 Om Sahana Vavadu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karavavahai, Tejasvinavadhitamastu, Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Brahmadibhyo, Brahma Vidya Sampradaya Kartrubhyo, Om Sharashibhyo Mahadbhyo, Namo Gurubhyah. ओम यैरिमे गुरुभिः पूर्वं पदवाक्यप्रमाणतः व्याख्याताः सर्व वेदान्ताः तान् नित्यं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्. ओम शंकरं शंकराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. ओम निधये सर्वविद्यानां विषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानामालयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादशङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्. ॐ जगतीमवितुं कलिताकृतयो विचरन्ति महामहसच्चलतः अहिमांशुरिवात्र विभासि गुरो भवशङ्करदेशिकमे शरणम्. ओम ब्रह्मानंदं परमसुखदं केवलं ज्ञानमूर्तिं द्वन्द्वातीतं गगनसदृशं तत्त्वमस्यादिलक्ष्यमेकं नित्यविमलमचलं सर्वधि साक्षिभूतं भावातीतं त्रिगुणरहितं सद्गुरुं तन्नमामि परब्रह्मणे श्रुतिमात्रे समस्तब्रह्मविद्याचार्येभ्यो ऋषिभ्यो मुनिभ्यो गुरुभ्यो देवताभ्यो श्वेताश्वतर उपनिषदाचार्येभ्यो अस्मद्गुरुभ्यो नमः. संकल्पः तेषां कृपया उपनिषदुक्त ब्रह्मात्मैक्य बोधेन मोक्षसिद्ध्यर्थं सनातन वैदिक हैंदव संस्कृतेः धर्मस्य विश्वव्याप्ति विश्वध्यात्मिक प्रगति एकता शांत्यर्थम धर्म संस्थापकानां निरंतर दिग्विजयार्थम अनेक शास्त्राणाम अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मध्ये कृष्ण यजुर्वेदीय श्वेताश्वतरोपनिषदः आदिशंकर भाष्य समेत अध्ययन साधना प्रयत्न मोक्षार्थम वयं सर्वे करिष्यामहे. आदौ पारायणं पंचमोऽध्यायः. द्वे अक्षरे ब्रह्म परे त्वनन्ते विद्या विद्ये निहिते यत्र गूढे क्षरं त्वविद्या हि अमृतं तु विद्या विद्या विद्ये ईशते यस्तु सोऽन्यः यो योनिं योनिमधितिष्ठत्येकः विश्वानि रूपाणि योनिश्च सर्वाः ऋषिं प्रसूतं कपिलं यस्तमग्रे ज्ञानैर्बिभर्ति जायमानं च पश्येत् एकैकं जालं बहुधा विकुर्वन् अस्मिन् क्षेत्रे संहरत्येष देवः भूयः सृष्ट्वा यतयस्तथेशः सर्वाधिपत्यं कुरुते महात्मा सर्वादिश ऊर्ध्वमदश्च तिर्यक प्रकाशयन् भ्राजते यद्वनढ्वान् एवं स देवो भगवान् वरेण्यः योनिस्वभावानधितिष्ठत्येकः यच्च स्वभावं भजति विश्वयोनिः पाच्यांश्च सर्वान् परिणामयेद्यः सर्वमेतद् विश्वमधितिष्ठत्येकः गुणांश्च सर्वान् विनियोजयेत् यः। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नित्यानंदम निराधारम निखिलाधारमव्ययम् निगमाद्यगतं नित्यं नीलकंठं नमाम्यहम्। ओम सहनावतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सवीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। षष्ठो मंत्रः। प्लीज चैंट ट्वाइस। सर्वा जीवे सर्वसंस्थे बृहन्ते अस्मिन् हंसो भ्राम्यते ब्रह्मचक्रे पृथगात्मानं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा जुष्टस्ततस्तेनामृतत्वमेति। अगेन सर्वा जीवे सर्वसंस्थे बृहन्ते अस्मिन् हंसो भ्राम्यते ब्रह्मचक्रे पृथगात्मानं प्रेरितारं च मत्वा जुष्टस्ततस्तेनामृतत्वमेति. Such a complete, beautiful guidance shloka. In that, first we have to learn is we are Hamsa. Second is the whole thing is Brahmachakra. Third, we the Hamsa, because of our identification with the Anatma as Anatma, followed by doing various karma, in this Brahmachakra, which is Sarva Jive Sarva Samste Brahante Brahmyate, we are wandering. That clarity, I am a Jiva in my wonderment. Now I am in this particular station, Majali, of this human body. In that, these set of situations around. Here also, every day I am Brahmyate only. And who are my friends in my primary school level, secondary school level, higher school level? Brahmyate, we are going on changing. And different jobs, we changed places, we have changed of stay or all. So we are doing every day, every moment Brahmyate only. All of that is happening in this Karya Karana Rupa Brahma Chakra only. And it will internally continue like this next life. I will not know what it will be, but it will be there. Like I don't know what was my past, but somewhere I was there because I do not come from non-existence or emptiness. मैं था अभी आया हूं. अब पता नहीं नेक्स्ट मे बी आई विल बी इन गंधर्वलोक, यक्षलोक, किन्नरलोक, स्वर्गलोक हो सकता है कि नहीं, और इवन मनुष्य लोक एंड एनी पार्ट ऑफ द वर्ल्ड वी कैन बी इन द मनुष्य लोक, और वी कैन बी पशु पक्षी योनि, इवन स्थावर वनस्पति योनि. जीवः भ्राम्यते. If this thing is seriously taken, see how many consequences. First beautiful consequences, we will not overly be attached with this particular body or this life's happenings. This is the only way to get out of too much preoccupation with this particular life. That we were in the past, we will be in the future. Second consequence will be, therefore, as we saw in our common sense thought, this Jivanam of ours as a human being, where Purushartha Samarthya is given, we use it to do such things by which our next station would be better than this, not worst. उसी को धर्म, उसी को पुण्य, उसी को सेवा, ये सब कहते हैं. Wherein you are given a better place in the future lives. चाहिए कि नहीं? But see that सर्वा जीवे सर्व संस्थे भ्रंते अस्मिन् हमसः ब्राह्म्यते अस्मिन् ब्रह्मचक्रे. Like that, all others also. And because of some reasons, temporary reasons, two individuals come together. When that reason is over, each one goes in his own way. Some of them stay for long time but not permanent. Some pay very short time. Short time some stay but give big influence and go. देखो वर्ल्ड है ना, कोई इंडिया से जाके अमेरिका में वहाँ के किसी को शादी करता है, कोई अमेरिका जर्मनी वाले आके इंडिया में गांव में बस जाता है. These are all not accidental. ऊपर उसको में इंटरव्यू करो तो बोलता है हाँ मैं इंडिया को पसंद किया, इसे मैं रहने को आया हूँ. अब उसके उसमें प्रारब्ध में नहीं है, he will not come here. By reason, because everybody is not coming, only he is coming. Brahmyate, see that Ashcharya. How many things. Now we have to find the reason. Okay, why and how long this Brahmana continues. Only answer is Pruthak Atmanam and Pruthak Preritaram cha Matva. Okay, he considers himself to be Jiva and he takes the Ishvara as separate from him. Remember, Ishvara and Jagat are same in this regard. Like in Astikas, they don't believe in Ishvara, but they believe the world or not. Yeah, the world is Ishvara only. पूरा विश्वम विष्णु हो, सारा विश्व विष्णु ही है ना. They may not believe it, it doesn't matter. So here yesterday we discussed at length, so that topic will not talk today. What is the topic? When I consider myself to be other than Ishvara, till that time I consider I will be doing something, and that doing is good, I am rewarded, bad, I am punished by that Ishvara, which is experienced by me in Brahmyate, another life, another situation, another time, another place. जब तक इति जीव ईश्वर भेद दर्शनेन संसारे परिवर्तते इत्यर्थः. Samsara is going from one yoni to the other. Parivartana means in each of the yoni behaving in a typical way. It will go on. You continue. Nobody is stopping. Only we are telling the thought. As long as you consider yourself to be away from Ishvara, the Jiva will continue doing Parivartana in Samsara Chakra Brahmana. So this is the third line. Pruthak Atmanam, Pruthak Ishwaram Matva. Sentence is Jiva Ishvara Bheda Darshanena Samsare Parivartate Ityartha. This to be underlined and quoted, italicized and highlighted. These are the sentences throughout life. अगर आपके यहाँ किताब है underline कर लो उसको. What is it? Jiva Ishvara Bheda Darshanena Samsare Parivartate Ityartha. Only one thought in this we will highlight and go ahead. What is that? Jiva Ishvara are never Bheda Yukta. They are one only. But that Bheda Darshana, that Darshana, the Drushti, the philosophy, that they are different. I am different from Ishvara is so strongly embedded in us for whatever reasons. It's only Darshana. It is not Satya. You are seeing it like that. दर्शन मतलब आप देख रहे हो, जरूरत नहीं कि वो वैसा ही है. Done. Third line told us the samsara karana, samsara brahmana karana, samsara vartana karana, and in that samsara, convenience and inconvenience things obtaining, and because of that, sukha dukkha karana is this. मूल कारण ही है. Now solution भी यही बता रहे. Last line, जुष्टः ततः तेन अमृतत्वमेति. तत् है ना, ततः जुष्टः, तथा means with that परमात्मा, तत् means परमात्मा. The ततः means sixth case, है ना, उनका, उनसे, है ना, राम और राम का बाण, है ना, राम से जुड़ने से. सो हियर ततः जुष्टः, जब उस ईश्वर से हम सेवित हो जाते हैं, ततः जुष्टः तेना, with that sadhana, the difference goes away, you become one with him. Then as Ishvara is Amrita, we become Amrita. No need of any samsara brahman. Amrita Atma से आइडेंटिफाई हुआ तो अनात्मा का तादात्म्य नहीं रहेगा. Then why will there be any karma phala of samsara brahmanam? This is what is said in the next para. Very powerful. Every line is worthy of underlining, highlighting, quoting, keeping in italics, and holding in our heart. The third line told us, as long as we are separate from the Ishvara, the samsara continues. कुछ भी करो बस. And we are a jiva because of upadhi tadatmya. So total thought is, by identifying the upadhi, having become jiva, considering ourselves away from other than Ishvara, doing all the things and getting the result of it. To get the result, jumping from one share to other, called as Hamsa Brahmyate. Now, the fourth line, Justas Tatastena Amrutatvam, Bhashyakara explaining to us. He says, Kena Muchyate. Then how he gets liberated? If he is getting bound by his vision of separation from the Lord. How is the way out for the moksha? Kena muchyate ityaha. See, in the first paragraph, Kena hetuna nana yonishu barivartate is equal to Kena badhyate. Now here Kena muchyate. How he gets liberated? Answer is Jushtaha. Very important line this one. Means Sevitaha. When he is served by. Tena. Tena means what? Ishwarena. So when he is served by the Ishwar. What do you mean by served by the Ishwara? डायरेक्ट मीनिंग पहले पकड़ो, वो ये है कि चित सदानंद अद्वितीय ब्रह्म आत्मना. ओके, हियर ईश्वर इज हु? चित सदानंद अद्वितीय ब्रह्म. चित सदानंद, टू मेक इट इजी, मेक इट एज सच्चिदानंद. चित सत आनंद, सत चिद आनंद, सेम है. सो चित सदानंद अद्वितीय आत्मना सेविता. हियर सेविता इज served. Served by Ishvara. Ishvara is Chitsadananda Advitiya Atmana. And what is the service done by that Chitsadananda Advitiya Atma? Very interesting. So simple it is. Ki aham brahma asmiti samadhanam krutva. इत्यर्थः. Very important. So इसमें एक आध बात इतना ऐड करनी है कि that Ishvara, when you are doing punya, he is giving us better yonis, sukha, but they are all endful. That Ishvara, when we are doing papa, he is giving us dukkha yoni, that also temporary. But that Ishvara, when you surrender to him, asking for the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, Swarupa Jnana, he himself will come as the Guru and give. Like Lord Krishna, Avatara, we have seen, na? The Dushta Rakshasas did Dushtata, he killed them. The Shishta Bhaktas did Bhakti like Sudama, and he blessed them. And people like Arjuna, Uddhava asked for the knowledge, he gave them knowledge and gave moksha. Example. भगवान कृष्ण ने दुष्ट शिक्षा की, शिष्ट रक्षणा की, जिज्ञासुओं को ज्ञान भी दिया, जिज्ञासुओं को, जिससे मोक्ष. सो देयरफॉर जुष्टः ततः सेवितः सजुष्टः तेन तेन जुष्टः, सर्व्ड बाय दैट लॉर्ड and the service of the Lord. Which Lord here? Chitsadananda Advitiya Brahma Lord only. And what is his service we seek? Aham Brahma Atmana. Aham Brahma Asmi iti Samadhanam Krutva ityartha. So by the Ishvara Kripa, when we enter into the Samadhana Anubhava Sthiti, that Aham Brahma Asmi. And that Brahma is he only, that Ishvara with whom we were maintaining distance and inevitably getting the karma phala, whether it's a good karma or bad karma. So Jushtaha Sevitaha Tena Ishwarena Chitsadananda Advitiya Brahmatmana. And what is his seva to us? Aham Brahma Asmi iti Samadhanam Krutva ityartha. Here Sevita word, don't take it as the seva like a servant. And serving means giving what we want. So we wanted the पुण्य कर्म फला और we are deserving पाप कर्म फला, वो मिल रहा था. अभी हम उनको कह रहे आपका जो स्वरूप है वही हमको दे दो. He says ले लो. So he served us. Then we got it. So when we are in Jiva Sthiti, we have to take Ishvara's help, neither for punya phala nor for papa phala, but jnana, the wisdom. These can be the seventh source of wisdom, direct Bhagwan only. We saw 6 sources of jnanam in our introduction. So main source is Paramatma. Paramatma being, Shastra being one, we didn't separate that time. Jushtaha Sevitaha Tena Ishwarena Chitsadananda Advitiya Brahmatmana Aham Brahma Asmi iti समाधानम कृत्वा इत्यर्थः. थोड़ा 1 मिनट रुक लो कि हम ब्रह्मास्मि समाधानम. नाउ वी आर इन समाधान स्थिति. That I am Jiva, I am Deha, I am so and so, so and so. In place of that, I am Brahma. ये इसमें समाधान होना. Like in government, when somebody is in defense ministry and the portfolio is changed from the defense is brought to, let us say, finance ministry. तो within few days समाधान हो जाता है मन में of both things. I am no more defense minister. Now I am the finance minister. समाधान हो गया. Isn't it? You can't necessarily budget प्रस्तुत करते हुए settled as a finance minister. Isn't it? In the same way, I was earlier settled as Jivosmi Dehosmi. But now Samadhanam Krutva Aham Brahmasmi. That means it happens with the Ishvara Krupa. Ishvara comes as Guru, Ishvara comes as Shastra, Ishvara comes as the Mahavakya, Ishvara only comes as the contemplation on that, then Ishvara only comes as the experience finally. That is the meaning of Sevitaha. क्योंकि जैसे हम भगवान को पुण्य करके सुख भोग को मांग रहे हैं उनसे, तो भगवान ओनली इज मेकिंग अस डू द पुण्य. He alone is giving us this different world. He alone is coming in the form of that bhogya vastu. He himself is coming. Because there is nothing other than the God, therefore the ice cream which you eat has to be God only. But you wanted the Lord to come in ice cream form for your enjoyment. He said, ठीक है. For now we are asking him to reveal as Parabrahma. He said, ठीक है. This is the meaning of Jushtaha Tataha. Okay. Then it is said as Tena Ishvara Sevanat Amrutatva Med. Again here, Tena Ishvara Sevanat, yahan se. That Ishvara will serve you with Sachidananda Aham Brahmasmi Anubhava when you serve him for that purpose. Like I serve you with love, you give me that back. When I serve you with anger, you give that back to me. So when you serve the Ishvara for the Brahma Jnana, Ishvara gives you Brahma Jnana. That is the meaning. है ना, ब्रह्म में ही हूं, बट ब्रह्म ज्ञान मुझे नहीं है. होता तो आई वुड ऑलरेडी रियलाइज्ड. आई एम नॉट रियलाइज. दैट शोज दैट आई डोंट हैव द ज्ञान. देयर समबडी शुड गिव मी. दैट इज ईश्वर. सो तेन ईश्वरेण सेवनात् ईश्वर सेवनात् तेन ईश्वर सेवनात् अमृतत्वमेति. दैट्स हाउ he becomes immortal. That immortality is liberation. Because in the mortality there is bondage. What is bondage? Janma marana, janma marana. That's what we call as Brahmyate. There is no Brahmyate anymore now. So that means what? Yahatu, the punchline, underline with red pen. Yahatu Purna Ananda Brahma Rupena Atmanam Avagachyati. Purna Ananda Brahma Rupena Atmanam Avagachyati. Avagachyati is experiences. Atmanam is one's own self. Rupena means in this form. Purna Brahma Ananda. That Purna, complete, Brahma, the reality, Ananda, bliss. And Purna Brahma Ananda Rupe, when we get the experience about ourselves, Sahamuchyate, he is called liberated. Right now we are Apurna, Purna ke jagah pe, Jiva, Brahma ke jagah pe, Dukhi, Ananda ke jagah pe. For Vedanti, Sukha also Dukkha only. Because it is going to end. Every Sukha is Dukkha only for the Vedanti. Only real Sukha is Brahma Sukha. Therefore, Yahatu Purna Ananda Brahma Rupena Atmanam Avagachyati. Yahatu Purna Ananda Brahma Rupena Atmanam Avagachyati. Saha Muchyati. And this Ananda Brahma is the Ishvara only. Therefore, there is no Bheda with Ishvara. I am that Brahman. Saha Muchyati. Now, opposite of it, Yahatu Parama Atmanaha Anyam Atmanam Janati. He takes himself to be other than Paramatma, sahabhadyate iti. He is bound. Okay, now from here, 2 or 3 quotations of the Upanishads are given for our conviction. That portion we'll study tomorrow. Then we'll also have the introduction of the 7th mantra, and that we'll study. Beautiful it is. And so clear, no ambiguity, no vagueness, no hundred and thousands of thoughts. And what we discussed the day before, उसको भी ऐड करो तो सिंपल हो जाएगा. तत्व से महावाक्य थोड़ा हेल्प लेना है. It is Brahman only, but with Samashti Upadhi you call him as Ishvara. I am also Brahman only, but the Veshti Upadhi I am calling as myself as Jiva. As a Jiva, now I am asking the Ishvara to give me the Sukhaphala and Dukkaphala. He is giving me, therefore Brahmyate. I was going on. Now I, the Jiva, asking that Ishvara, now that Brahma Jnana and Swarupa Jnana. He says, okay. When that is given, he is no more Ishvara, he is Brahman. I am now more Ishvara, Jiva, I am also Brahman. That Brahman is one without second. I am that. When this experience comes, because I am not Jiva, therefore I am not limited. Therefore I don't need anything. Therefore I don't need to do Punya Papa Karma. There is no transmigration. This is how one gets moksha from the Janma Marana, and in every Janma Marana, every limitation and conditioning. अब नहीं रहेगा उनको. अब इसको बहुत बार सोचने से the सारा ग्रहण होगा. Then you strive for that Brahmanubhuti now. Any other trying is inviting problem, dukkha only. देखो ये clarity after so many years of Upanishad study you must know. What are you pursuing? You know, I am pursuing for money, this, that, that. For what? For becoming happy. Then you will get money but not happiness. Don't mix up the thing. किस लिए तुम काम कर रहे हो? मैं पैसे के लिए काम कर, पावर के लिए कर रहा हूँ. और डोंट से फिर मैं सुख के लिए काम कर रहा हूँ, क्योंकि सुख पैसे से नहीं मिलता. That's why people who are running for money, they are getting money but not happiness. Because happiness is not in money. Na karmana, na prajaya, na dhanena. Happiness is our own Atma Swarup. Therefore, only the one who is pursuing the Atma Jnana is going to definitely become Sukhi, Anandi, Mukta. Anybody with all his efforts is only getting bound. This should click to us now. After observing the world, after this knowledge, it clicks to us. So throughout the day, what I am doing, everything I am doing, other than Paramatma pursuit, so I am sowing seeds for my own dukkha. Because every karma is a punya or papa karma, और उससे भटकना ही पड़ेगा. You loved somebody, it's a punya karma, उसका फल मिलेगा. But it's not moksha, it is bondage. You helped somebody, you served somebody. That is why sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. Look how many years we have to study Shastras to understand what is meant by Lord there as the last sloka of Gita. Anything we do other than knowing self, we are just sowing seed for our samsara. But I am doing Ashwamedha Yaga. Yeah, you will become Indra, but you are bound there also as a Indra. Indra is greater, better than all human beings. But who told you that Indra is liberated? If Indra is liberated, he is a Brahmagnani Indra. There are some Indras who are Brahmagnani come Indra. Like there are some doctors who are Brahmagnani and doctors, like Bhagavan, our Param Guru Shivanandaji. He was doing the doctor work only, but he is a Brahmagnani. These Brahmagnani lawyers are there. That's profession has nothing to do with the experience inside. That is secondary case. Primarily, only a Brahmagnani is Mukta, not Indra, not even Brahmadeva. Among so many Brahmadevas of so many Brahmandas, एक आध ब्रह्मज्ञानी हो सकते. He is a Mukta. कोई बिना मुक्ति में हो सकता है. बाद में मुक्ति भी मिली होगी किन्हीं को. ये सारा जो है इंद्र पद ब्रह्म पद ये सारा प्रकृति रिलेटेड है. Some higher powers will come to you. It's all in the matter. Something beyond either spirit or the self. No one who's in matter, how do you say is realized or liberated? Matter means bondage only. So in this way, in the shloka, we have seen two things. Yahatu purna ananda brahma rupena atmanam avagachyate sahamuchyate. Yahatu paramatmana anyam atmanam janati sahabhadyate. I am pausing because this each sentence is complete. To catch this only we are struggling to study all the shastras. यही मेन पॉइंट यहाँ हमको मिला है श्वेताश्वतर में यहाँ जाकर के. अब इसको बॉडीली लिफ्ट करो, लिख लो, याद रखना बार बार. As long as I consider myself to be Jiva with Upadhi and therefore separate from the Ishvara who is also Upadhi, I'll do all nonsense only to get through Janma Varana Bandhana. When I discover myself to be not Upadhis but the Atman, Ishvara also not Upadhi but the Brahman Atman is one, then there is moksha. और इसको फिक्स होना है, देन इसी के लिए ट्राई कर. Like in the world, people, by being a doctor, I can earn money and name and fame. They are fixed, so they become doctor. Somebody is lawyer. Fix होकर ही करते हैं ना वो लोग. And they are achieving that. But what they achieve is not permanent. That's the problem there. We also have to be fixed. I have to realize the Brahmatma ke bodha. In that is in the moksha. It may take time and effort sacrifice, but once you achieve it, it's permanent. And it is true. Other things are not true. I know I wanted to be happy, for that I became doctor. You become doctor but not happy. Who told you doctors are happy? They are more patients. Any of the profession. Profession gives you money, livelihood, not sukha. Sukha is only Atma Swarup. Nitya Nirantara Sukha. परिश्रम रहित सुख, शाश्वत सुख, कभी घटने नहीं वाला सुख, उसी को मोक्ष कहते हैं. Only in Brahmanubhuti. Right? So we'll see tomorrow. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Om. Om 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 Om. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. श्री गुरुभ्यो परमशिभ्यो परब्रह्मणे श्रुति मात्रे नमः तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु. Thank you. What a great knowledge. Thank you.